the spirit indeed is willing, but what? The flesh is weak. And we all have weak flesh. I am right there with you. We're all weak. That's not what's being spoken about here. But to be fleshly is more like a conscious decision that I'm not going to really put my flesh to death like I should be doing as a Christian. I'm not going to really take the steps needed to grow. And I think this is the tragedy of the American church. I honestly do. I think the American church, when you compare it to the church in Corinth, you see so many parallels. And the church in Corinth was the carnal church, the church that was still like babies in Jesus Christ. But the interesting thing about the Corinthian church is that they were the most gifted church. Did you know that? Paul said that they didn't come behind in any spiritual gift. They loved to talk about spiritual gifts. He wrote a whole chapter about spiritual gifts. But yet they were the most carnal church. How is that? Well, it goes to show you that gifting doesn't equal spiritual maturity. There's a difference between the gifts of the Spirit and then just the growth in grace and in Christ's likeness. And that's why he had to tell them. He said, listen, even though I were able to speak with the tongues of men and of angels, but if I don't have love, I am nothing. What's the point if you're gifted, if you're not like Christ? You know, a pastor once told me, your character must outrun your gifting. How true that is. I'd rather have character than gifting any day of the week. I'd choose character over gifting any day of the week, in myself and in others. Because gifting doesn't necessarily equate to true spirituality.